Jill Wright from nailtechevent.com. I'm coming to you from my nail swag room. We're unboxing a whole bunch of nail swag that generous nail companies have sent us for the Nail Tech event of the Smokies coming up this July in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So we're doing some unboxing here. Look at this is from Melody Susie. I don't know if you can see, like I'll move this so you can see a little. This is like the second big box. There we go. Now you can see it. The second big box I've got for these. This is nail products that are going to go into the VIP swag bags. So we've only got 10 VIP tickets left. So if you're a licensed nail tech, a licensed beauty pro in the United States, you can get on to nailtechevent.com, get you one of those VIP tickets. Because here's what happens for the VIP tickets. Not only do you get a big swag bag full of sponsored products, nail products, you also get into the show 2 hours earlier this year. Normally it's 1 hour, but it's 2 hours this year. So you get, now there's only 200 VIP tickets, so there's only going to be 200 VIPs shopping the show floor from 9 till 11 at the Gatlinburg, Tennessee Convention Center on Sunday, July 12th. So you want to snag your VIP tickets. I got the link in my profile. Just hit it, get on our website, and you'll see where you can get the tickets. And it's got all the show info. And also you can get onto the Nail Swag door prizes page and you can see so far what companies have sent us. And each one of those photos that I've got put up there has a link embedded in it for that company's website. So you can just tap on the photograph of the product. It'll take you right to their website. So if you can't join us for the show, you can at least shop with them online. And this is what Melody Susie has sent us. Look at it. Isn't that beautiful packaging? So, like I said, there's only 200 VIP tickets. So there's only 200 VIP swag bags, big old gift bags. And each one of those gift bags is going to have one of these products. Oh, they sent like little decal too. Oh, how nice. Love, love. They told me to unbox this and take it apart. And then one of each of these, this is one of their gel polishes. There's the color on top, so you can see the Melody Susie color. But isn't this beautiful packaging from Melody Susie? I love it. So each one of the swag bags will have one of these in it. But like I have to unbox them in these big heavy boxes and then put them into smaller boxes so me and the other nail techs who put on the show, we can handle these because the boxes get really heavy and you definitely don't want to be dropping a heavy box of gel polish for real. So are any of you guys watching right now? Oh, look, it says, I'm just in Johnson City. I need to my butt out there. When is it? I don't have my glasses on. I can't read your name, baby. I'm so sorry. Wait a minute. Oh, here they are. Here's my glasses. Let me see who am I talking to now. Hey, you got to bear with me. I'm old. Just Josh. Okay, Josh. We're at the Gatlinburg, Tennessee Convention Center, and it's coming up July 12th. Sunday, July 12th is the show day. It's a one-day nails-only show for licensed beauty pros or beauty school students. So you know, with proof that you're actually a student. So get on to nailtechevent.com and scroll down. You'll see all the companies that are joining us, the whole list of vendors and their brands that they're going to be carrying at the show. And then down at the bottom is the FAQs. And I mean, we got tons of FAQs easily laid out. So whatever question you have, you just scroll on down there, find it, tap on it. It'll open up an expanded option so you can see what the answer is to your question. But on top of that, our show's got 3 extra days for hands-on or seminar workshops. Now, these are optional workshops that are held by the company, so you would pay and register directly with the company. But there's over 30 different choices for hands-on options and workshops. And that's on Friday, Saturday, and Monday, because Sunday is the show. And with your show ticket, you get 9 free event day classes. Those are 1 hour look and learn classes held during the show. Yeah, and so anyway, those come with your ticket. So you can get onto nailtechevent.com and look around and see, get onto the nail classes workshops page. And then that way you can scroll down and see what all your choices are for Friday, what your choices are for Saturday, what your choices are for Monday. And then click on where it says click here to register. And for more info, it'll take you right to that company's website. And bada bing, bada boom, you just register and pay directly with them. So anyway, let's see, unboxing gel polish from the Nail Tech event. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Let's see, Manda Trade, and I don't know what that is. But hey, listen, if any of you are nail company owners and you're out there, or educators that have connections to nail companies, hit me up, because we are still accepting swag and door prizes, because we give away at least 20 big door prizes. And like companies, sometimes smaller companies can't afford to send a big kit or collection, so they'll send something smaller. We group like-minded stuff together to create big, bountiful door prizes. So the nail techs who win will be thrilled to take home your products. And if you can spare anything for general admission swag, we take any amount. If you want to become a VIP sponsor for VIP products, we need 200 sent to us. So get on nailtechevent.com and go on to, let's see, what would it be? It'd be the Nail Swag Prizes page or the exhibit page. You can hit me up, info@nailtechevent.com. That's my email address. And we can connect that way, because we'd love to get your products into the hands of actual working licensed nail techs who actually have businesses, not like just, I hate to say, because you go to the hair shows, and you, as a nail tech, I'm trying to get up to the booths to shop, and they're crowded, and then there's hairstylists there, and they're just buying one for themselves or one for their mama. And all of us nail techs are like standing like behind, trying to get up there so we can buy 20, 40, 100, the entire collection. You know what I'm saying? So at the Nail Tech event of the Smokies, this is where you're going to get your products into the hands of actual working nail techs that will use your products. And the best thing is, so what's it cost you? You send a few $100s worth of products, and it costs you, $50 of shipping, whatever. You get more publicity with us, though. Not only do we get these products into the hands of the licensed nail techs who can sample and try your products, and if they love it, then they reorder and they start shopping online. And our Southern nail techs at the Nail Tech event in the Smokies, they are so loyal. They are very supportive of all the companies who actually get booths and come to the show. Now, we sold out of booths last year, so we don't have any booths yet, but I always keep a waiting list, because you just never know. Somebody might have an issue. Sometimes company owners have problems, at the last minute, and they have to back out. So I always keep a waiting list of companies on it that might like to join us. And so, like I said, our show is Sunday, July 13th at the Gatlinburg, Tennessee Convention Center. But yeah, I've got to get these unboxed. I've got so much more still. And like I said, put into smaller boxes that are lightweight and easier for us to handle, because we have to rent a big cargo van to haul all this nail swag down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, because I don't live in Gatlinburg. People think I do. I'm there all the time. But no, I don't live in Gatlinburg. I wish I could, but I don't. I am in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and so this is like my swag room, my storage room. I'll turn it so you can see. It's a hot mess, but like this is some of the stuff like I'm already packing and boxing up. Those boxes are ready to go. These boxes that are open still have room for me to put some more door prizes. Here's some right here that I just got today, so I'm unboxing that. And I'll show you what those are. Let me set this back down here so we can get that. Miss Becky Bunnell, who owns So Gel Nails, it's a female-owned company, sogelnails.com. She sent us 200 of these, and so these will go into the VIP gift bags, the big VIP gift bags that all 200 VIPs will get. And it is So Velvety Matte Gel. So that is So Gel's packaging. And you can see, this one's a matte gel. And then she's got all her brochures and whatnot, so you can find out about the company, and QR code in case anybody wants to or can scan it with somebody else's phone. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I've got to repackage those because this big old box, this is a heavy box. And so us ladies that have to load the big cargo van, I try to make it easier on everybody by opening this, inventorying it, make sure there's no leaks, no breaks, nothing missing. All 200 for VIPs have to be there. And then repackaging it, reboxing it into smaller, more manageable boxes so we can load the van to drive 4.5 hours down to Gatlinburg in July. Yeah. So that's what's going on right here and right now. What are you all up to? Oh, yes, I love it too, Josh. Thank you so much. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, here's some more little decals that come in the Melody Susie. Oh, and these are all different. You can't really see these. They're kind of clear with a little white. But here's some of the other ones. I've got like a whole stack I've been collecting after I unboxed these. Look at them all. So all of these are going to go into swag bags for the nail tech event of the Smokies. Now, what other show can you go to where you actually will get big swag bags filled with nail products? I'm telling you. Not to mention all of the door prizes we've got. This is one of the t-shirts we're going to be putting in with a door prize too. That just happens to be hanging there looking all cute. But we've got all kinds of different door prizes that we're going to be. And how you win a door prize, I'll tell you. Let me take a drink real quick. I'm getting a little dry from talking too much. But when you check in at the registration window, we check your Pro Beauty license or your beauty school documents and your photo ID to make sure it's you and it matches. Because this show is not for the general public. This is for licensed beauty pros only. So when we check you in, then you get a wristband. And the wristbands have little tabs. So you'll get your wristband and we take the tab. The tab goes into the bucket. The tab's got numbers that match the wristband numbers. So during the show on Sunday, we do drawings periodically. And the times are up inside the FAQs where it says, how do I win a door prize? So check out the FAQs on the homepage of nailtechevent.com. So we'll be drawing for door prizes, and you just listen for your numbers to be drawn, and then you come up to the registration window to claim your prize. We got to match your numbers, make sure they're matching the tab, and then we take your name and your email because the companies want to know who won their door prizes. I mean, like, yeah, they don't want me just like, they might be thinking I'm keeping all this stuff or something. So yeah, we take name and email and whatnot, pass it on to the nail companies that send us door prizes. And then we take a photo of the winner standing up against our Nail Tech Event of the Smokies banner, holding their prize, looking all happy. So now these promos go out all over our social media, not just TikTok, but Instagram and Facebook, my personal Facebook, YouTube. I mean, like, yeah, we're all over the place. So see, not only do you get exposure to, as a nail company, you get exposure to the actual nail techs there at the show, but you actually get exposure on our website too, because each company that sends swag or door prizes, like I said earlier, I embed their web link into the photo that I take and put up on the website. So go on to the, Nail Swag and Prizes page and check it out, and you can tap on each one of those photos and it'll take you right to that company's website, because we definitely appreciate nail companies, taking an interest in our show and sending us nail swag and sending us door prizes. So we appreciate them greatly. So if you're a nail company and want to get your products into the hands and get more exposure to nail techs who will buy your products, not just in ones and twos, but in 20s, 30s, 40s for many years to come, go to nailtechevent.com. You can hit me up, info@nailtechevent.com. And my name is Jill Wright, WRIGHT. I am the founder and the owner of the nail tech event of the Smokies. We started back in '08 as just a small little nail tech networking event. Now you got to understand, back in '08, we didn't know the market was going to crash. We didn't know it was going to be a great financial crisis of '08. We didn't know people would be losing their jobs, losing their houses, yada yada. I had to start this in 2007. So I'm working online on the back end, trying to round up. My goal was to get 50 nail techs. Okay. And we were holding it in the Brookside Resort, which is a hotel in Gatlinburg. We were holding it in one of their small ballrooms because, like I said, I'm a nail tech. I'm not formally trained as an event coordinator. I had to learn all this as I went. So anyway, I hit so many roadblocks because back in '08, like, times were bad. Money was scarce. And on top of that, nail companies had never heard of a nail tech networking event before. I had a vision in my mind of what it could be, but nobody had heard of it before. Now, my mentor, Debbie Durham, she held the Long Island networking event up in Long Island, New York, in a hotel ballroom too. And we kind of met on, now you got to understand, this was before Facebook. This was before TikTok. This was before Instagram. There was no social media back then. The way nail techs connected was on Debbie Durham's website, beautytech.com. And she was so ahead of her time, let me tell you now. She had live chat rooms for nail techs, live chat rooms for estheticians, hairstylists. She had her beautytech.com segmented into pages for nail techs, pages for, hair, pages for skincare. She had paid advertisements, like the companies were paying her to have their logo monthly with a link embedded to their website. So they were paying her monthly fees for that exposure because, picture, no social media. Back then, we had to get our info either on beautytech.com in the chat rooms and whatnot. We could post questions and all nail techs could jump in and answer, just like when you're in Facebook groups now. Debbie was doing it before Facebook. So, back then we had that, and then we had our paper magazines. Like, there was no online magazines even. There was paper magazines. It was Nails Mag came first and Nail Pro came second. So I would subscribe to both. And so you'd flip to the back of your magazines, and in the back would have a couple of pages where it would list different states that were having shows and different states that were having classes. Very, very few down south. So that was my impetus for starting the nail tech networking event back then of the Smokies. And I hit up Debbie and I'm like, hey girl, I want to hold one of these like you do up in New York. I want to hold one down in Gatlinburg because Gatlinburg's my favorite place in the whole wide world. I've been going there since I was a little kid. My aunt took me there. I must have been maybe 5 years old. And I remember the mountains, how lush and green and beautiful the Great Smoky Mountain National Park was. And I remember the cars stopping in the middle of the road to see the mama bear crossing the road with her baby bears and the smoke from the Smoky Mountains just hanging in the hollows. I was in love. It is in my soul. So like when I wanted to hold this, I thought it has to be in Gatlinburg. Because if y'all haven't heard of Gatlinburg, Gatlinburg is the biggest tourism area outside of Orlando in the South. You got Orlando, but then next comes Gatlinburg. And Gatlinburg's the wedding capital of the South too. Like up north, you got Niagara Falls is the wedding capital of up north. Down south, Gatlinburg, Tennessee is the wedding capital. So Gatlinburg is a very interesting town. It's only got 3,000 residents. It's a very small town, but it's surrounded by the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. So it kind of sits down in a hollow of its own. So Gatlinburg has untold numbers of restaurants, shops, attractions. You've got Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies. You got Ripley's Believe It or Not. You got Ripley's Haunted Adventure. There's like Anarchista. There is, the Gatlinburg Sky Bridge, the Sky Bridge Park. Now that's pretty epic. you get to ride up on the chairlifts and you get up to the Sky Bridge Park. And it is North America's longest pedestrian bridge, cable bridge, that has a glass bottom in the center. So you are way up, way hundreds of feet up, walking across a swinging cable bridge, and in the center it's a glass bottom. So, I mean, it's not for people who are scared of heights, but I'm telling you what, it is so much fun. It is beautiful to be up there, and you can look down and you can see all of Gatlinburg down there, and then all around you is nothing but gorgeous Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Oh my Lanta. So Gatlinburg is amazing. So go to gatlinburg.com, and then you can see all of what Gatlinburg and the Great Smoky Mountains have to offer. And not only that, only 7 miles away is Dollywood. So if you heard Dolly Parton, you heard Dollywood, because Dolly Parton's from that area, born and raised, and she wanted to give back to her people. So she actually has done so much for the community there, and she's got the Dollywood amusement resort park, Dollywood Dreamland Hotel, Dollywood Splash Country something. I mean, like, she's done a lot. It's quite amazing. But that's there, and not only that, go to look up pigeonforge.com or whatever. Go on to just Google Pigeon Forge or ChatGPT it. Pigeon Forge is even more stuff than Gatlinburg, because next comes Sevierville. That has even more. We are talking untold numbers of fun, family adventures and things that you could do. So now when the nail techs come to the nail tech event of the Smokies in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, the family can't come into the show because it's for licensed beauty pros only. But I'm going to tell you something. This is cool. Let me get a drink real quick. But here's the deal. The family has the whole day yawning before them to swim in the pool of the hotel they're staying at, or a log cabin, or a chalet, or whatever they want to stay in. There's plenty of condos all within walking distance of downtown, or stay up on the mountain if you want to see like beautiful views. Go up Ski Mountain Road, go all the way up to Ober Mountain Ski Resort there. They got condos all up there too that give you the most amazing views of Gatlinburg and the Smoky Mountains. But the family can be doing other fun things while the nail tech's in classes or at the show. But also, we're in the upper, newer level of the Gatlinburg, Tennessee Convention Center. Down in the older level, it's bigger, is the big Craftsman's Fair. Now that's, I think, the oldest, longest running convention there in Gatlinburg. I believe they celebrated last year was their 50th anniversary. So just look up Gatlinburg Craftsman's Fair and you'll see all about it. Now that one's open to the general public. So that's held in the lower level of the convention center, while our show is in the upper, newer level. And the Gatlinburg Craftsman's Fair people, now this is a vetted Craftsman's Fair. This has no cheap, chintzy, imported stuff that you can find on Temu. Every vendor is vetted for handcrafted items. And so they don't have multiples of the same things aisle after aisle. But this is a huge show. Like I said, is open to the public, and admission's only $10. Kids under 12 are free. Plus, the owners of the Gatlinburg Craftsman's Fair have been so generous to our nail techs. They're letting the nail techs get in for half price, so that's only $5 if they show their Pro Beauty license and mention that they're with the Smokies Nail Show upstairs. They'll get in for half price. Now, the Gatlinburg Craftsman's Fair, that goes on for weeks. I'm talking like 2 or 3 weeks. It goes on every day. Before you leave their show floor, go to their registration window and show them your ID and ask. I'm running out of juice on my battery. I got to wrap this up. But ask for a free return pass, and they will give you a return pass that's good for coming and going to the Craftsman's Fair the entire time they're open, for the whole 2 or 3 weeks that they're open. So that's something fun that the nail techs can do with their families. But again, the nail tech event at the Smokies is only open to licensed beauty pros. So getting back to our very first show, well, a little networking event, I actually pulled it off. Couldn't believe it. I nearly worked myself into a stroke. I got rejection letter after rejection letter. No companies wanted to be involved. And then our top gel competitor back then was Amy Becker, Masterworks by Amy Becker. Once she signed on and other companies started seeing that Amy Becker's being involved, they were like, well, maybe we need to look at this. And then next after that, Vicki Peters, the icon in the nail industry, Vicki Peters flew out from California to be one of the vendors there and our guest speaker. And so we wound up getting 6 educators demoing on tables. Back then, they didn't even do product sales at the networking events. It was just teaching nail techs new techniques and new products. So then the nail techs would go home and order the products online. So we have come a long way. This year is our 19th show. It is our 19th show. And we'd love for you to come join us. Hi, y'all. Cheese and Crackers. I love it. I love that name. That is so cute. I love cheese and crackers too, and a good charcuterie board. Now I'm all about that. But anyway, so we're in our 19th year, and we'd love for you to join us. So if you are licensed beauty pro and you want to learn more about nails and go shop for nails and take nail classes, go to nailtechevent.com. And I'm heading down the home stretch of these boxes with the Melody Susie for the VIP swag. So I'll show it again. One of these is going to be in each of the 200 VIP swag bags. And I'll hold up this box so you guys can see how far I've made it thus far with this big fat mess. Ugh, it's getting heavy. So I got to package them into smaller boxes so I can pack the van without breaking my old back. So anyway, if you want to join us, go to nailtechevent.com and you can check out everything on there that we have to offer. And we also have promo codes for 3 host hotels, and they're in walking distance to the convention center. One of them is like right across the street from the convention center. That's the Gillette Motel. That one gets booked out fast. Hey, y'all. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for popping in. So get on to nailtechevent.com. Oh, these things are sticking. And go to the travel hotels page, and then all the hotels info is there, the promo codes to use when booking reservations are there. The Glenstone Lodge has an online booking link that you can use. Our show weekend is July 10th, Friday, July 10th to Monday, July 13th. But the hotels always allow you a few days before and a few days after, because nail techs want to bring their families and make it a tax write-off family vacation to the Great Smoky Mountains. So yes, y'all need to do that. Does anybody have any questions while I'm here and I'm about to run out of juice on my phone, so I'll have to be ending this live? Let's see. I'll tell them I'd give them a shout. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for joining us. So anyway, as I was saying, we have got 57 nails only booths at the Nail Tech event of the Smokies coming up. And that show is a one-day nails only show, and it's on Sunday, July 12th this year. So go to nailtechevent.com, and on our homepage, it's got the list of exhibitors that are going to be there and the brands that you can find at their booths. And then you can hop on over to the Nail Classes Workshops page, and you can start registering right now. The links are viable. You can register for hands-on or seminar workshops, and those are held on Friday, Saturday, and Monday, but not Sunday, because Sunday is the nails only show. And on Sunday we do the free event day classes with your show ticket. There's 9 different options for 1 hour look and learn classes during the show, so nail techs can expand their education that way too. And like I said, if you have never been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, it's amazing, amazing. It's within driving distance of 22 surrounding states. So 22 surrounding states that surround Tennessee. There's 22 states you can, in less than 12 hours, you can be in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So just look it up. You can go on to gatlinburg.com and see what all adventures you can get into, because it's got everything. Because some people, they don't like the touristy stuff that's downtown, and they don't want to be doing any moonshine tasting like Sugarland's Distillery. We go moonshine tasting there. That was a blast. But some people don't like moonshine tasting. They don't like winery tasting. They don't like cider tasting. They don't want to do any of the aquarium or the haunted houses or any of that stuff, because they like more nature related stuff. So right there is the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and it is the only biggest free national park, because all the other, like Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon, all of those other national parks, you have to pay to enter. Great Smoky Mountain National Park doesn't charge to enter, but now the last 2 years they've had to start charging for, if you park longer than 15 minutes, you're going to need a parking pass. And those are like $5 for a day's parking, and they've got kiosks and whatnot at all the visitor centers, so you don't even have to go into the visitor center if you don't want to buy a parking pass. You just stop at any of the visitor center, and there's kiosks out in the parking lot, and you can just, get your little parking pass that you put in your dash. Because one of the best, funnest things now, this is a neat secret. Have you ever heard of the Elkmont Ghost Town? That is inside the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and it's literally maybe a 15-20 minute drive into the park from Gatlinburg. It's by the Elkmont campground, and when we discovered it, they were still renovating just a few of the buildings, because back in the day, before the Great Smoky Mountains became a national park, there was a Little River Railroad that logged that area, those mountains. There were families that lived in the mountains. There were pioneers. There's 1800s pioneer settler cabins still there. Like they had communities. They had grist mills. They had churches. They had everything there. People lived there. So the Little River Railroad Company had created this little land area for their workers. They had little houses, little cottages for their workers. And then the wealthier people from Knoxville started discovering it too, and they were sold some land there, and they put little cottages, and one was called, the area was called Daisy Town, and it was at the Elkmont area, and Millionaire's Row was another one. So there were 70 or more little cottages, all different shapes and sizes and everything. And the wealthy people would go there and stay for the summer, because see, back then they didn't have air conditioning. Here in the Great Smoky Mountains, then you're right by rivers and creeks and streams. You get all that cool air, so they would come down from Knoxville and they would use those little cottages as their summer homes. Oh, I finally emptied this box. Hallelujah. Then I could start putting these in here, but I will have to count these as I go. So I will not do that now, but I will finish up talking to y'all. So anyway, the Elkmont Ghost Town happened because, like I said, there was about 70 little cottages all wending their way through the woods and whatnot by the streams. And then I think it was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, our president back in the day, they decided to do a national park. So that's how the Great Smoky Mountain National Park was created. So all of those families that had their little cottages there, they were given the choice. They had to either sell and get out, and they were paid fair market value for their little land and their cottage, or they can stay there, have a lifetime lease, but when they died, the property would revert back to the national park, and that would be that. They wouldn't get no money, because they got to live out the rest of their lives there if they wanted. So some people took one and some people took the other. So anyway, I believe it was around 1992 was when the last of the residents that lived there passed on. And so all of the little cottages that were in the woods, just they left them there. They had no plans to do anything, so they left them there. And the cottages slowly started to rot, and the forest reclaimed them. And so these cottages, if you look up Elkmont Ghost Town in Tennessee, I mean, like when we started going, they were wretched. There were so many that were already gone. Like the forest had just reclaimed them. All that's left are standing stone chimneys and stone foundations. So there was maybe 17 or 13 that were still actually standing. You could go in them, but you took your life in your hands going in them, because we're talking holes in the floors, roofs caving in, birds nesting. Nature was taking it back. But then another group of citizens had gotten together, and they were big on natural historic preservation. So they got the area, Elkmont Ghost Town, reclaimed as a natural historic place. So anyway, that they were able to raise money, and they started one by one rehabbing and salvaging the buildings that they could. And so if you go, there's they're all rehab now, they're all salvaged, but now these are all like craftsman style log cabins, old 1920s cottages. Everyone's different. You can go in them for free. You can walk in them. You can see how people lived. I mean, there's no furniture, obviously, but like there's still sinks. There's still bathrooms. I mean, they got those locked, but you can look through a little glass window and see. Because if they didn't lock them, you know what people be doing in them. Yeah. So anyway, it's fascinating. And behind there is a little cemetery where they buried their dead and the workers who had accidents, you know, working on the railroad. And there's a couple of trails. One's the Little River Trail, and the other, oh, the name is escaping me, Jake's Creek Trail. You can go hiking up there, and you'll see like just stone chimneys peeking out of the woods and stone foundations. I swear to God, it's like urban explorer stuff. I love it. It's almost like you could be like a little Indiana Jones of your own. Kids love it. So if you're bringing your kids to the nail tech event of the Smokies, go to the Elkmont Ghost Town, look up how to get there, and you pack picnic lunch. You can go on those trails. You can go hiking back there for miles, or just go for feet. It doesn't matter. But wrapping it up, because I am losing juice on my phone as we speak, the Nail Tech Event of the Smokies is a nails only show. It's a one-day nails only show on Sunday, July 12th at the Gatlinburg, Tennessee Convention Center. Go to nailtechevent.com and you'll get all your info, and you can get your tickets. Now, we'll have plenty of general admission tickets, but the VIP tickets, like as of last night, we only had 10 left. There's only 200 tops. So like I said, there's only 10 left. So if you want any big VIP swag bags with guaranteed swag from generous nail companies in it, you need to get a VIP ticket, and you get in 2 hours earlier on top of that too. So go to nailtechevent.com, and I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you so much. Peace out, Nail Techs.